Superplex. We join you from Jerry World, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys.
Here are your Cowboys.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. And off we go from Arlington. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a seat. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents. Like, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day, we're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
Last play went the wrong. It's second down, and in motion goes Likely. We'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
Third and long for Jackson. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
First down.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
He'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of mid.
Tackle made back at his own 49.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll be third down.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
This one complete to Bateman. He needed 13, and that's exactly what he got. By the nose of the football, it's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Baltimore.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Play action now. Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because That was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here. Results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
And he ran right through one thing forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Here's 2nd and 2. In motion goes Likely. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here. They force the winning drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
On the ground, here's the rookie who played in-state at Austin. Wow, how he got away from that first defender, I have no idea. This will wind up with positive yardage on the play.
Brings up 2nd and middle.
Second down, they need 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's caught. It's Miles Sanders. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
On play action. Here's Dak. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Marlon Humphrey on the
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Open man down the field, it's Ferguson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Defense.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Again, Prescott to the air. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Scott again. He'll get this out quickly to Lamb. And he is taken down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Marlon Humphrey, usually found in coverage, that time on the blitz, gets there for the sack.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one's broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think unfortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are out to an early 3-0 lead.
3, Ravens nothing.
Scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They had the interception on that opening drive. It only led to a field goal, so 3-0 as the offense comes back out 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Hopkins' first catch. Good enough for a 1st down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
They'll run. It's Henry. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. There's Leofeld. They're on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. In motion goes Likely. Off the play fake. Jackson. Forced to his right. He's going to keep it himself. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try and run for this with Henry. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short, you think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. But this defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide, nowhere to cut, take him down for a loss.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Tackled there by Trenton Simpson.
Second down.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll pitch it out here. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson.
At the 42-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Prescott. Towards the middle, and that's Tolbert. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football. Now a 3rd and 2 as we are ready to get back underway. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger runs a punt for Dallas. Rajante Wester deep for Baltimore. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. And it's been a rocky start. An interception on the 1st drive and then a punt the last time they had it. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
It's 3rd and 4. Again, it's Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Open right side is likely. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. He takes off. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Raven 1st down.
Hopkins sent in motion. He'll take off again. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down. Fires complete to Flowers. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll get about 5.
Brings up 2nd down.
Jackson now on second down. He'll be forced outright. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
And that's just another element that defenses have to worry about when playing a team like this. You match up with all their skill guys in the route concept, but then there's nobody left to account for the quarterback, and he ends up making the play. Big-time finish, big-time play, and they end this drive with 6.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead.
Cowboys 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. Pistol now for Prescott. Quick throw on target to Pickens. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Up the middle they go.
It's a gain of 2. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the play fake. Dak. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Cowboys.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Cowboys.
46-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw. He's got his man. It's Pickens. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
Dad's going to push this one forward, and that one one, shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain.
Loss of a yard. Brings up
When you
second
come
down
across on a jet
at the
sweep, Mike,
Ravens'
you're hoping once you get the
30-yard
ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Prescott now. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys are back within 1. It's 7-6. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. LaJohntay Wester now to return it. Whoa! The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. Their lead is just a point. They begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Well, if you like defensive football, this game's heaven because right now points have become a premium. Someone has to figure out a way to get something going, whether it's a field goal or even just a positive drive and play the field position game. Some offense has to take control of this game here at some point.
He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 3rd down, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
Pick it up, you're embarrassing us. You gotta step it up. What is it, Gio?
2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this 1st half. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry.
Jackson's pass complete to Derrick Henry. A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's a give to Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting and waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Third down, 3 to go. In motion goes Likely. Third and short, Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. First and 10 now from the 36. On play action, here's Jackson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down. Now Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Second down at the 21-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. To the air one more time with Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Jackson up top again. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Tyler Luke.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Cowboys offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers and secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
Play fake. Prescott. Exiting the pocket right. He'll tuck it and take off.
And that was really well defended along the back end, Mike. And with nobody open downfield, he's got no choice but to turn into a runner. They end up rallying to the ball, and they limit to a minimal gain.
3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Prescott. To the outside, hooked in by Lamb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd down at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. The play action. It's Prescott. That's over the middle and intercepted. By Malachi Starks. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
In motion goes Likely. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down.
Ravens.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
first down. They'll stay on the ground with Henry. This time they're ready for it. Room to run, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
I think the back just needs to be a little bit more decisive in the run game, and not everything is always going to be perfectly blocked, Mike. There's times where you just have to say, okay, let's get back past the line of scrimmage, pick up a couple yards, and just keep this ball going forward.
Pistol formation with Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
Complete to Mark Andrews. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Here's 3rd and 7. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
So you find yourself down here in the red zone. This is where it's critical for the quarterback, Mike, to understand he's only got 2 options. Put the ball in a spot where your guy can catch it, or in a spot where nobody can catch it. Unfortunately for them, this time ends up being the latter.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 13, Cowboys 6.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll be looking to answer back. They trail 13-6 and start this one with 1st and 10.
Complete to Jake Ferguson. Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. Pistol now for Prescott. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Hopkins sent in motion. On On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hats to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time, and in this case, they get him down for a loss.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Offense. Still second down.
Jackson going to keep it himself. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. And even 30 yards.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands, and here, he rips off a big one.
A first down throw for Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On the RPO, a throw to Flowers. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up third down.
It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A gain there of 21. First down, Baltimore.
Ravens.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. In motion goes Likely. On the ground, here's Henry. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
And just like that, you go from 2nd and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in 3rd and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. Now Lamar going to hang on to it, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
4th down, you want to make sure you give your quarterback the option to keep the ball in his hands, and that's exactly what they decided to do, and the defense was ready. They played assignment football, everyone did their job, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Complete to George Pickens. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
4th down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
Gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
To throw is Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Ravens bring their punt team out, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. throw it here on first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Second down. Prescott. Quick shot caught by Tolbert on the slant. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
That's good for a Cowboys. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yes, it's really well executed here, and you see this in so many offenses around the league, Mike. These slant routes are either built in or what they call hot routes or sight routes. The receiver sees the blitz, and they break their route off. It gives an easy target for the quarterback, and it gives great opportunity for run after catch.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
To the outside. Catch made by Pickens.
Complete to George Pickens. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Prescott. He'll look middle. He's got his man complete. A gain there of 15. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver. Leads to a real nice run after catch and brings up first down.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
34, Jaden Blue. An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the Ravens' 3-yard line.
Second and a yard. They'll try to run this one in. What a move! He's in! Jaden Blue! Touchdown, Cowboys! So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Wester now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense starting to try it out for this next possession. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
On the tackle. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Raven first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Forced out left. He'll run again. Yes, and they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Baltimore.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches.
Second and inches. In motion goes Likely. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
A gain of a yard. First down, Ravens.
Gonna go right back to Henry. Finding space at the 15. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
In motion goes Likely. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Offset. Still first down.
Now it is 1st and goal. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That one too far out in front to be brought in. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Jackson now on 2nd down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
Moving to his right. He'll try to run for it.
Lamar Jackson scrambles from the pocket.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. A return coming from the 14. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll start this on the ground with Sanders. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
On first and 10, Prescott. That's into the hands of Lamb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's second and 4. Handoff here, up the middle, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Prescott now. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with first and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. Now it's going to be third down.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. Important punt here in this tie game late. And they'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
Pass completed right side to Ferguson, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Cowboys.
Pre-snap, the quarterback loved that man matchup on his tight end, and a crossing route is a great man coverage beater. He's able to run away from the coverage, run to the far side of the field to a bunch of open grass. Ball's on target. Nice pickup. All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point, and after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Ravens have come up with the football.
Just a critical error here, Mike, at this stage in the game. You understand this defense, they are desperate for a stop. They've got to get you off the field, and one of the easiest ways to do it, create a takeaway. You have to secure the ball. Of course, points are great, but none of it matters if you turn the ball over, and these are the kind of mistakes that decide ball games late.
The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
17 yards. And a Raven first down.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. He'll look Hopkins way again. This is also complete. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
At the 29-yard line.
It is 2nd down and 5. Henry. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Brought down back at the
That's a
31-yard
timeout
line.
for Dallas. It's their 2nd. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. This crowd urging the defense on. It is 3rd and 8. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
9-yard line.
Here is 1st and goal. Hopkins sent in motion. 1st and goal, and it's Henry.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. The tackle by DeMarvion overshown. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Second down, Jackson. For the end zone, but it's batted away. Incomplete. He was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly, and now it's 3rd and goal.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
He'll step up and run this.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to win the game. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.